YouTube, hope you're doing alright. Yes, it's Friday night and I'm doing a pod review tonight on the Voopoo Drag X. So I'm going to go through the device with you now and tell you what I think of it and give it a vape. Okay, down to the device, the Voopoo Drag X. So I'm going to do the unboxing now. Right, in the box you get the card on the puff counter. You can set your puffs on a daily basis like you would do with a cigarette. A bit of a guide there, so you can have a read through that. You've got the Drag X and Drag S manual. You get your coils. I've got one open coil and one unopened coil. I'll explain that in a minute. You get the micro USB-C charger, which is really good. And the device with the pod. Right, so I'm going to give you a bit of review on the kit and explain a few features and things. Right, so this is your micro USB charger. You've got one of your coils here. Now this coil here is the PNP 0.15 ohms coil, and that vapes between 60 and 80 watts. I am not going to do a review tonight on this coil. I'm only going to do the review on the other coil. And the other coil which I've been sampling is this one here. And this one is the PNP 0.3 ohms coil. Best vaped between 32 and 40 watts. Okay. Right, I'm going to go through the device. This device, the X device, is a 18650 battery. Pretty straightforward, nice looking. Battery straight into the bottom there. Nice easy charger. Oh, there you go. Lovely job. So, and then also you can charge through the USB-C charging port there. I prefer to charge my batteries on an external charger, but you have got the option to charge on a 2 amp plug, so it is fast charge. Right, so I'm going to turn the device on. To turn the device on, it's 5 clicks. Very neat looking device this. Very, very, very neat looking. I mean, it's meant to be like a leather drag. Comes in 6 different colours. This is the one I've gone. This is the classic, I think it is. Right, so this is your feature screen here. So basically, I'm going to pop the coil in first before I do anything else. The coil which I have been using. The coil which I have been using is the PNP 0.3 ohm coil, best between 30 and 40 watts. So to insert your coil is really easy. It just plugs in. Away you go. The pod sits nicely on the top. It's magnetic and it's really strong. It's never come off this pod while I've been using it. To fill the pod before I put it on the device, there is a rubber seal here, and you just peel the rubber seal back slightly and you tip your juice straight in down there. Okay, so that's your pod there. This pod is a 2mm. Now in the UK it's only sold with a 2mm pod. TPD laws, you know, European, they can only sell them with 2mm tanks. It is available, the pod tanks, in a 4.5, but obviously you'd have to look around and look on the internet and get the bigger pod. I mean, personally I'd be looking for a larger pod. The 2mm pod is really good, but obviously, you know, if you don't want to keep filling them up, it's better to have a bigger pod. So the pods are available in a bigger size, but with the kit in the UK they're only sold with a 2mm pod, and it just pops straight on like that. Really easy, magnetic, it won't come off, just go straight on just as so. That's your pod, and I've told you about your charging. Right, this is your main screen here. Really basic to use. There's only two settings on this device. There's a smart mode and there's an RBA mode. Now the smart mode is really good because when you insert your coil and you change your wattage, it will not go any higher than the actual output of the coil. So if it's anywhere up to 40, you try and go any higher than 40 watts on that coil and it will not go any higher. So there's no chance of you burning your coils out. And it goes down like that. If you add your other coil, obviously that coil which comes with the device is a 0.15 ohm coil, which is 60 to 80. That will go all the way up. Anyway, so if you click it 3 times, it takes you off the RBO. Sorry about that. The RBA, and you can take it. Should be able to take it straight up to 80 watts. And for that, that's it. But that is totally up to you if you want to do it on the RBA. I prefer doing it on the smart mode. To change the modes is 3 clicks straight over to the red. So I'm in smart mode now. The next setting which I want to tell you about is if you wanted to lock it. If you want to lock, say you want to lock it, it's the top button and the fire button, and that will lock. That will lock it off. Won't do anything. It won't fire nothing. And that's the top, bottom, and the fire together. If you press the bottom button and the fire button together, it clears your puff counter. There is another setting on here. If you keep your fingers on both the bottom 2 buttons, I've not really looked into this, but you can set your puffs, and it also tracks your puffs. You've been like when you've been vaping. It doesn't really interest me that. When you change your battery over, it does ask you if you want to change the time. I have changed the time a couple of times, but every time that I change the battery, I have to keep resetting it. But time, I don't really think matters on it. I've been using this device for the best part of a week now. On a decent vape, I've been getting the best part of 5 hours with the one battery. I always carry a spare 18650 with me, just in case. That's basically all I can tell you on the kit. So I've run through the settings there. Right, the next part of the video, I'm going to show you what it vapes at. I'm only going to vape it on the one coil. To be honest, personally, my personal preference is vaping between 30 and 40 watts. You do get the 60 to 80 watt coil as well. I'm not too bothered about trying that, but this is my personal review on what I would vape at. So, okay, so I've given you a run through the device. One thing I forgot to mention, there's your airflow there. Really slick. There is a 510 connection available to buy separately, which you can put your own tanks on, which is the same sort of thing as this. So you just put the 510 connector on and you can screw your own tank on. There's various different coils you can get for it. You can get a multi-lung coil if you're a multi-lung sort of person. You have to look on the Voopoo website for those. I'll give you a nice little demonstration on the device. Let's get down now and give it a vape, and I'll tell you my thoughts on it. Okay, I'm going to give you a demonstration. I'm going to fill the pod up with some juice now. I'm going to give it a vape. I'm going to do it on a couple of different wattage. So we'll fill it up, put some Blue Moon in. Really easy to fill. I mean, a lot of the tanks I've had in the past are top fill, and this is a bottom fill pod. So we're going to fill her up and give it a vape. Right, I'm going to vape this now at 18 watts. 18 watts there, okay. $18 watts that on a full airflow. The cloud on that's really good at 18 watts. I'm going to try it with a bit more of a closed airflow. I'm going to go halfway on the airflow. That's a bit of a warmer vape. Full of flavour. I mean, I've got to say, this has got to be the best pod kit that I have had and used. It is really good. That's with it closed. Right, so that's 18 watts. Now I'm going to give it a vape at 40 because that is the recommended anywhere between 32 and 40 watts. Now that's the highest wattage there on this coil. Now this is 40 watts. Now this is a big vape for me because I don't really vape at high wattage. 30-40 watts is great for me. Let's have a taste. Chucks clouds out like no tomorrow. Really, really nice. 40 watts on that coil. Right, and that coil is the 0.3. Anywhere between 32 and 40. Now that's my favourite vape, that. I don't like it to be too high. That's my favourite coil. I am going to try it at some point on the 60 to 80 watt. I might do a video on that and then we can see the differences. But for now, I'm just doing it on this coil. This device is so light. It's really neat. Nice in the hand. The size of it is 95 millimeters by 28 mil. Now, if you want to compare it to this device here, if you put them together, you know, that's a pod system all in one, and my other device is bigger and chunkier. Now, that is really good. Really, really, really good. So I've gone through everything I need to tell you on this review. Like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll give you a taste. Really good. 10 out of 10 for a pod kit. Strongly recommend if you want to go onto a pod kit, the Drag X is the one. They do a Drag S, which is the same device, apart from it's a tiny little bit bigger. Not much, you know, probably about 5 mil or something like that. And the only difference with the Drag S is it's just got a built-in battery. This is a removable battery. Now I've got the removable because I like charging my own batteries on my own devices. I prefer doing that than doing it, you know, for a plug. So anyway, this is LPC Vapes. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope it helps you. I've not gone too deep with the device. I'm just telling you the basics, you know, the basics that I like to know as a vapor. I've not gone into, you know, the chip or anything like that. Kept it plain and simple. Told you about the device, how it vapes, and I give it a 10 out of 10. So thanks for watching LPC Vapes and enjoy the rest of your weekend.